Hi, it's Kim Leppert with Fly Life Counseling. So, I want to talk a little bit about the neurology behind exercise. Why is it that when we exercise, particularly walking, why is it that when we exercise, things feel emotionally and psychologically better for us? A few weeks back, I did a video on EMDR, so you may want to go back and look at that and learn more about bilateral stimulation. But essentially, what bilateral stimulation means is that is when you are like tapping one side of your brain and the other side of your brain alternately and creating a communication between the two hemispheres. One hemisphere is your creative, and one hemisphere tends to be your logic and storage. And sometimes we're using one more than the other, or we may be inclined to use one more than the other. And what we really need to solve a problem or a difficult situation is those two things to collaborate. So walking is bilateral stimulation. It's moving those feet on either side of your brain. So when you're walking and you're talking with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever your spouse, whoever you're walking with, when you're walking and talking, you're problem solving, and it always feels so good after that walk. You kind of have some clarity. It's because you're processing, you're doing it out loud. If you walk by yourself, you're doing the same thing. I can solve the weight of the world if I just walk, because my brain just starts solving problems sometimes I didn't even know I had. I could solve world hunger while I'm walking because I can make sense out of things. It's just nobody believe me, nobody listen to me, but I could solve it. I'll just share with you, I was walking with a friend of mine the other day, and we've been walking a lot more during this COVID thing just to get out. And she recently lost her husband. And she said to me that one of the things that has helped her cope with all of this are our walks. And it isn't because of who I am, it's because she's walking and talking and processing. It was kind of a cool epiphany to have. The other epiphany that came to me was that some people, when they're problem solving, will naturally pace. And I think that that's because our brain knows that we need to stimulate those hemispheres in order to problem solve. And if you're a pacer, you understand that pacing back and forth helps you come up with solutions. It's kind of a cool thing. Some people will hold like something in their hand and they'll kind of flip a ball or do something back and forth while they're thinking. That's bilateral stimulation too. And that's another way to help you problem solve and figure things out. So REM sleep, definitely bilateral stimulation. So when you wake up in the morning and all of a sudden you have clarity about something that was difficult for you the day before, REM sleep is a big part of that. Those eye movements, back and forth, help you process whatever was going on. For me, it's I'm blow drying my hair. I always say my hair dryer is magic because it makes me come up with some really cool solutions to problems, but really it's the REM sleep. Another thing to think about is that, when you're walking, if you're doing a hard project and you take a 5-minute break and you go for a walk and you say, I'm going to go for a walk and clear my head, it means something. You're really clearing your head. You're bilaterally stimulating your brain and clearing your head. There's all kinds of things that you can do that are bilateral that we don't even think about, but we do them naturally. So just don't forget the power of taking a walk. You don't have to go for a power walk. I don't power walk. I don't need a helmet to walk. I'm just walking. You don't have to go far and you don't have to go fast. You can take a stroll. Anything that's that bilateral stimulation that feels good it's going to feel good in your body, and it's also going to feel good in your brain, and it's going to give you some clarity. So don't negate getting off the couch and going outside and even just walking down to get the mail, whatever it might be, whatever your capacity for movement is. Take advantage of it. If walking isn't your thing and you're trying to problem solve, try that, like flipping something back and forth between your hands. There's also EMDR music that you can download or you can access on free music platforms on Amazon and Spotify and iTunes, or any of the things that you get music from. You can put in there bilateral music, or you can put in EMDR music, and what you'll get is music that literally goes back and forth from one side of your headphones. You got to use headphones, one side of your headphones to the other, back and forth. And what that's going to do is that's going to relax your body by when you put on that music and breathe in really deep and let out really, really big, it's going to relax your body just doing that. If you have that on and it's kind of low in the background and you're working and trying to get some stuff done, you'll go deeper into your work. You'll be more productive. If you're studying and you have those on and it's really low in the background, because you don't want that to be like the fourth thing, you want that in the background. If you have that going on while you're studying, you're going to retain more and you're going to study and you're going to do better in your tests or whatever it is that you're studying for. I use it here here to help people just get deeper into what kind of stuff is going on with them, and it kind of opens up new doors. So keep some of those things in mind, and just remember the power of walking and movement. It isn't just physical, it's emotional and it's mental. And we know it's true because we do it anyway. We know to do it, to go take a walk and clear your head. How many times have we said that? But there's neurological science to support that, stimulating those two sides of your hemisphere, the creative and the logical, and stimulating them at the same time and having them work together to problem solve is the best way to get things done and the most effective way to get things done. So I hope that's helpful for you, and I hope you're having a good week, and I'll talk to you soon. If you want to know more about me and Allie, Kimberly, and Stephanie at Flyleaf Counseling, you can go to flyleafcounseling.com. You can go to our Facebook, Flyleaf Counseling, or our YouTube channel, Flyleaf Counseling. So I look forward to seeing you again. Bye.